Welcome to the It's Not Me, It's You podcast.
A space where we explore the questions couples often avoid in their relationships.
Not the easy ones, the uncomfortable ones that sit quietly under the surface.
Before we chat, a quick note. If you're somebody who finds these conversations helpful, but still notices the same patterns showing up in your life or relationships,
We've opened up a small number of private reflection sessions. Check the link for details.
also, just to say that there is no right and wrong here.
This is simply an opportunity for us and you to travel through the tougher questions that come up from time to time.
The ones we're often too afraid to ask. And if you've found your way here and you're enjoying the conversations, please subscribe, share the podcast, and turn on notifications.
So you don't miss future episodes. Also, feel free to drop your questions below.
And we'll do our best to explore them.
Now let's go.
If our relationship, I love this one, if our relationship stayed exactly the same for the next 10 years, would you still choose it?
Wow.
Thank you. Whoever asked us that, that's a great question. Because that's a question I think full of awareness. Like, if we stayed the same where we are now, would you still choose it? So you're looking forward, but you're also having the conversation about where are we now? Am I happy with where we are? And do I want this for another 10 years? Do I want it for another 10 minutes? Maybe not. They're genuine conversations that you need to have. And would you still choose it? What do you think about this question?
I kind of just zoned out for a moment, just thinking about it, because again, depending on where you are in terms of your state, if you are triggered, you're handling a lot at work, at home, you're pressured, you're in survival mode, you can't think 10 minutes ahead, let alone 10 years.
Right.
So, I guess in that situation, it may be easy to just say, nah,
Right.
get me out of here.
I'm out.
But you may be pushing the eject button on a perfectly healthy relationship. A perfectly fine relationship. It's just that the environment, the conditions are triggering the life out of you and you just haven't healed from some stuff,
Yeah.
which is making it real tough for you to acknowledge the beauty of the relationship. So it's like, this is a great question because it allows so many questions around your current state,
Yeah.
what's going on behind that all, where your partner's at, where you see yourself. Sometimes you're lost in the routine of business, work, family. You forget to acknowledge yourself and go,
Yeah.
actually, I feel great. I'm
Yeah.
doing well. Look at where I was and where I am now. Wow, that feels good. And
Yeah.
just take a moment to just let that sit in your, feel that. Where do you feel it? Just acknowledge that I've made some progress with life.
Right.
But some people, again, because of old stuff, they can't even enjoy the progress they've made. It's not enough. No, I got to do more.
Exactly.
I'm pleasing mum, I'm pleasing dad, I'm pleasing old friends, family, and everything. No, I need to do more. No, you don't. Stop. What have you done that you can recognize and celebrate about yourself and go, yeah. And then be honest about where you'd like to develop. That's okay too. What does that mean now? What does that mean 10 months, 10 years?
Exactly.
If
If the goal is you are happy with where things are now, or you want to change things, that's okay as well. Everything's a work in progress. Nothing is ever complete overnight. And you never get to the final destination because there is no final destination. It's all just growth and movement and going through life. But if you are happy with what there is now or you want to change things, that is a new choice. And then today you choose again and choose again so that it might get to 10 years, but in your mind, your vision for yourself, as I've already mentioned, the vision might be, I'm in this for the long haul. We're married, like I'm not going anywhere and we'll work on things because I love this person, because deep down, regardless of any challenges, I know that they're there for me. I can be myself. I'm loved. I'm respected. We can have these conversations and we want to move together in that space.
Beautiful. I love that. And before we move to the next question, I hope that this kind of question also allows us to not just ask where does the relationship stay, but if I stayed like this,
Right.
Because again, with these questions, people are often, it's not me, it's you. They think everything that's going wrong is their fault.
Yeah.
And everything that's going right is down to them. But what's your contribution to the challenges that are coming up in your relationship? Be honest about it.
There's always a contribution.
Could you be kinder? Could you be a bit more patient?
Yeah.
Could you be a bit more giving and loving? Could you be firmer with your boundaries? Because maybe you being firmer with your boundaries with your partner might help the relationship overall. rather than them, letting them get away with stuff. That might help them go, hold on a minute, yeah, I do need to stop at this point and do more X, Y, Z. And that completes a loop that feeds into the relationship. There's so much to that. Yeah. It's not just about what the other person's doing, but you.
Yeah. And it's the impact across the whole relationship that can have to have that conversation. What part of yourself do you hide from me?
Wow.
Oof.
There's lots of levels to this one. On a physical level, I've spoken to people that are still uncomfortable after years of being in a relationship with physically showing themselves to their partners. And that's one element, and that goes back to their sense of self, how they see themselves, how confident they are about their body, and so on. And that's one conversation. And then there's this happened when I was 15 and I haven't told anybody, and I'm not quite comfortable telling you yet.
Right.
Or, last week in the office, I did this or someone did that. And you know what I mean? There's so many layers and levels to this. What part of you do you hide?
Definitely.
Is it physical? Is it emotional? Is it an experience?
Yeah.
How far? Quite recent. Long time ago.
Absolutely. And like you just said, it's all about layers. And for me, what my mind goes to initially about this is about shadow work. And when we talk about shadow work, it's all about parts of ourselves that we don't own because we're not comfortable with it. It might be a part of yourself that you're actually quite outspoken and opinionated, but when you were young, you shared an opinion and your family told you to sit down and shut up because children don't have an opinion and the adults rule the roost. So that part of you might be so suppressed that I'm actually scared of showing that part of myself in a relationship because I don't want my partner or friend or my manager at work or a work colleague to actually have an opinion of me and say, oh God, calm down. Like you're a bit too opinionated. So that is something about myself that I'm not fully owning myself and it's holding me back in some areas. So like you've said, it might be physical in that you're not willing to show your certain self. Like women, for example, some women can be really, really scared about just washing their makeup off because it's removing a mask. And it's showing the genuine side of you. And I can resonate to that because I used to be the same. I used to have really bad skin, like adult acne in my 20s and 30s. And that really had an impact on me. So I wasn't able to, to kind of just go out. You would never see me out in public without makeup because it was just a part of myself that I knew myself, but I wasn't really fully comfortable with sharing yet. And when it's things like that, it can mean so much. It's not just about makeup. It's about how that impacts your confidence. If it's a medical thing going on, what are your stress hormones doing? Why is your skin reacting that way? What is going on internally for you, but also on the outside world? I just need to put the mask on and show up as my biggest, brightest self and be professional because what's going on underneath isn't really what I want to put across to the world.
And that makes a lot of sense as you're on that journey towards becoming more confident and protecting yourself. It's your armor against whatever you may feel attacked by and so on or triggered by. It transfers, doesn't it? We've seen how it transfers to your relationship. That's for the outside world.
Yeah.
But if you're bringing it to your relationship, that's going to mess with your ability to be vulnerable. And that vulnerability will hopefully bring trust that may be missing from your relationship.
Right.
Because you're hiding in those spaces, in those ways.
Yeah. And then that might, like you said, that will have an impact over time on your relationship. If it is something a bit deeper that actually it needs to really come out and be shared and be a conversation. But it's about you feeling safe and comfortable to share. Because also in relationships, there might be parts that you're hiding, but you might want to share, but you also need to feel safe to share. And that brings me on to just another brief point. You said to me a while ago, ages ago, men also need to feel safe. And I'd never really thought of it that way.
Because women just think about themselves. No,
women think about themselves and men should be the strong ones. No, that don't need to feel safe because they actually are the protectors. And actually, it's just not true.
Honestly, when you're in a relationship, you've done all the games, you've done all the figuring out, you've done all of that stuff. You've decided to be with each other.
Yeah.
And you're with the right person for now.
For now.
When you make the effort to make your man feel safe in your relationship, you will get the best of him. Seriously. And that could be and you have to ask your man what it is for him.
Yeah.
It's different for everybody.
I was going to say, what is that? But it's different.
Yeah, you can't. I think it's so important for us to stop generalizing. Yeah, men do this, women do that, and
Right.
And obviously, I'm speaking from a heterosexual perspective because that's what I know, and I'm just saying. But also from a human perspective, when people feel safe, it means they can be vulnerable, and if someone can be vulnerable in your safe space. That means the trust is there, and that is a solid foundation to build from. But this is massive because a lot of the things people do against this is built because they're afraid. All of the stuff that not being able to ask a question, hiding themselves, maybe not fully committing. It's because they're afraid of getting hurt, and men feel that way too.
Yeah, of course.
That's why they often would like a woman that is not flirting all over the place and is focused on them when they're in a relationship. Because that says, well, hold on a minute. If it's so easy for you to give your attention in that space to someone else, then why would I risk my heart for you? Why would I risk getting hurt for you if you're just going to leave it and go somewhere else? And it's not just the men. Women feel that way too. So guess what? It's a human thing.
Yeah.
People don't want to be hurt. It's painful. Right? So
absolutely.
So I would seriously, like, when people remember that, it makes such a difference in the relationship. Some people use that knowledge to manipulate people. That's not a healthy relationship.
Right.
That's not where you want to be. If it's happening, it's but when you make time to make someone feel safe in your relationship, irrespective of what you're doing gender-wise, it makes a massive difference.
Absolutely. And I think that's a really important conversation because, again, that will absolutely directly feed into how your partner, say, for example, your husband or your boyfriend, that will show up in how they show up for you. Because if they're not feeling safe in your presence or around you, or you might be a bit erratic, or you might be so judgmental is huge. If you're so judgmental towards someone, they can never really truly open up and feel themselves and be themselves because it's met with judgment. And then, like you've said before, the trust element has gone because I can't trust you because I need to trust you to just accept me, good, bad and the ugly. Like, it is what it is. I'm trying to show these parts of you. I want to feel safe as well, showing those parts. And like Elroy said, like, it works both ways for men and women. And I wanted to bring that out because I think that will really help a lot of people because some people don't think that way. You don't think that men need to feel safe, but they do. And when they do, you will get the absolute best of them because that is the ultimate trust and no judgment.
Yeah, so let us know, men, in the comments.
Please, men, in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know specifically what kind of things make you feel safe in a relationship.
Yeah. And respected. And it all links in, doesn't it, to ultimately trust.
What do you need from me? What do you need from me that you've never asked for? I'm going to say that again. What do you need from me that you've never asked for?
Wow.
This is a big one. And
it links to a lot that we've said already, innit?
That one hits.
So many answers.
Can I just say that one hits coming off the back of talking about men because, again, culturally or in society, for many cultures, the men are the strong ones and they, they should know the answers and have everything and, be powerful and you should be, men and women, you should be trying to be monsters. You should be trying to be strong and you're the best you can be, in my opinion.
I love that. The
truth is you can't maintain that consistently all the time you at some point you have to pause and refuel, take a break, re-energize. And in that moment of pause, you're vulnerable. And so what do you need in that moment of pause that will help you find your strength again?
That might be lots of things. It might be, I need peace and silence. I'm going through a lot and I am being a monster when I'm out and about doing my thing and building for the family. But when I come home, I need peace, quiet, and a safe space to share, which means being listened to, being seen and being heard, not being backed at, not being nagged for something I haven't done, not an argument that we're still thinking about from 4 weeks ago. That is why it's so important to try and keep on top of all the little niggles in your relationship, because the little niggles just amount to the bigger stuff. But like you've just said, when you need something, you need to be able to ask your partner, and your partner needs to be able to give it. Or if they can't, because they might be depleted themselves, they might have to say, listen, babe, I see you. I really want to help right now. I'm going through my own stuff. How can I help? But I can't give you everything that you need right now. And that's also an honest conversation that might be very uncomfortable. Your partner might not want to hear that, but you're also managing expectations about what you can and can't deliver. Because if you're not delivering everything that they're asking for, they might just think, oh, she doesn't even care. He's not even bothered. But he or she might be so depleted themselves that they can't show up for you in the fullest sense.
Absolutely. And I know we've kind of moved into talking about strength a bit here, but it's something that we've noticed come up a lot, especially across cultures. In some cultures, your environment will demand of you to be hard as nails. When you step out your house, you have to be ready for so much. But when you go home, you should be able to have that exchange. But guess what? Again, it still transfers.
Yeah.
It's hard to switch off as soon as you step through the door.
Definitely.
And so in that moment of transition, it takes however long it takes, and it's different for everyone. Some people are capable of going, oh, I'm home now. You never guess what happened. Some people aren't in, and they're strong, and they're just like, it takes them a moment.
Yeah.
And then so if they perceive certain behaviors to be weak, if you get home and your partner is displaying a behavior that you think, oh, no, you can't be like that. It's because they think, oh, they're going to behave like that when they leave the home, and you can't be like that out there because you're going to be vulnerable, you're going to be weak, and then suddenly that triggers you to be even harder on your partner.
Right.
Like, you need to be strong. No, we can't. And so you have to find a way, in my opinion, to ease out of that and hold a safe space that allows you to be completely vulnerable and reframe your ideas around what is strong and what is weak, and make a decision on what it is you need. And ask.
Yeah. Ask questions all the time. I love that. That's a great question. Sometimes also what we need might change. It will change depending on the situation, depending on what's happened in that day. You know, things might be really good right now, and I just need you to celebrate because I'm doing amazing things right now. And also you need to be aware of how your partner is and how you are for each other in the good and the bad. Because sometimes we've all seen it in some family dynamics or even friendships. People may not be happy for your happiness, genuinely. And that's a great observation that you need to be aware of. Some people might always be there when you're going through a bad time, because that's maybe all they know how to comfort you, but also it makes them feel better because, oh, you're struggling, and that's okay because when you're good, I feel less than. So that also translates potentially into your relationships. So sometimes what you might need is for your partner to celebrate you because you're doing great things, or to push you a little bit, or to ease off because they're trying to push you because they know you can maybe do better, but you're doing your absolute best with you're running on fumes with the fuel that you've got right now. So I just need you to back off. Let's have this conversation again. I love you. I appreciate what you're trying to do. But right now, I just need you to give me a hug and not say anything. Don't fix anything. Don't do the man fixing thing. Just hear me, see me, give me a hug. Let's eat something. Get out of hangry mode and then move forward.
So what do you need? Let us know in the comments.
Be honest with yourself. What do you need?
We've put together a short guide with 50 questions couples avoid.
Let us know which ones really resonate and how you get on with them.
Everyone's relationship and situation is different, so have fun using them as a guide for getting your questions answered in your relationship.
And remember to ask yourself the same questions too.